Hi everyone, your geeky girlfriend here. And I am continuing in the Bookie Babe book review series by continuing on with Sarah Dessen. I do have all or most of her books in my possession. I thought, what better way to find more fans and to share my love of her books than to just do all the books that she's written. Her books do not necessarily go in a series. They're all standalone with the exception of two, which will be reviewed later. In the last video, which was Bookie Babe video number 8. This is going to be number 9. I reviewed one of her other books called That Summer. In this one, I'm reviewing Sarah Dessen, The Rest of the Story. And I'm going to take a look at the book sleeve on this one. I read this one in the heat of the quarantine. I would sit outside and read. It was a great, relaxing book. It does take place on a lakeside, so it was a nice, getaway during the beginning of the pandemic when everybody was, in quarantine and at home, thinking of traveling. It was a good one to read to kind of get your mind away from what was happening. This one was one of the better ones of hers. I really, really enjoyed it. And we're going to just flip and take a look at the back cover. So you can see sometimes you have to leave home to find it. I really love the message of this one. Again, kind of goes with the wanderlust theme that I always am drawn to in books, of characters finding themselves and finding their place. And so this is another one, strong female lead. All of her books do have a female lead character. Here is the book without the sleeve. And I actually, I don't know what this one looks like in a paperback cover. I have not seen the paperback version, so it might look something different, but it's called The Rest of the Story, and you can see the homage to the lake on the sleeve with the docks and the boats. So the book follows Emma, whose mother passed away. Her mom left her and her dad and passed away due to a drug-related death. She was confirmed to have overdosed. She had some problems with drugs and alcohol in the past. That's what makes this one not so suitable for younger readers. It does address the epidemic of addiction and alcoholism and drug addiction. So it addresses that in a very healthy way. But if you don't want your young readers to be exposed, I would probably wait on this one until they're a little bit older, because you do find out that Waverly, her mom, passed away due to a drug-related death. And so that's kind of a big adult piece that Emma has to deal with. There are some other... The plot, pretty much without giving too much away, her dad gets newly married at the very beginning. She goes to spend the month while her dad is on his honeymoon with her extended family, which is her mom's mom, her mom's sister, her mom's cousin, and then all the kids. So she gets to spend time with her extended family at the lake. And it's kind of a wrong side of the tracks type of story. Like, her mom and dad met at this lake, but he was on the ritzy side and her mom was kind of on the not so nice side of the dock. They in the book they reference a road sign where the road splits two ways and it goes north or south, and her mom was from the south and her dad is from the north. So you kind of have that other side of the tracks mentality of kind of her realizing that some of the things that her dad says and the way he describes these people that are her family are not totally appropriate, because she realizes that she fits in more with them and likes their lifestyle better than the one that she currently is living. So she has to come to that realization. She learns so much about her mom, and her best childhood friend still lives there. His name is Rue. He's a really strong character, and they kind of rekindle this friendship. She finds out more about his dad, because his dad died when he was young as well. So they have that in common. And so it's just a good story that you unravel layers of the characters, and you unravel more and more about Emma as the book goes on. And she really does find herself. In terms of, like I said, this one's probably not so suitable for young readers due to the references to drugs, alcohol, and drinking. However, they do address it in a very safe manner. They talk about how unsafe it is to get on a boat when you're drinking, how unsafe it is to go swimming when you've been drinking. So they do kind of address those safety concerns that come along with the water and alcohol, but they do explicitly drink at a couple parties, and they do talk about like accidents caused by drinking and sailing or drinking and swimming or drugs, etc. And there's like a cute little like side story about her not really feeling comfortable driving, so she learns how to drive. So there's just she has a lot of anxiety, which is handled really well in the book. Sarah Dessen does a good job of addressing it in an appropriate manner. So there's a lot of good things happening in this book. Some adult content, but still dedicated to be a young adult novel. But this one airs more on the side of, our age, my age, like young 20s, even though the character herself is a 15 or a 16-year-old. So it's based on your preference, what type of books you like. In terms of a rating, I would probably give this one a 7 out of 10. It's still not my favorite of hers, but I do like it a little bit better than That Summer and some of her other ones that I haven't reviewed yet. So I do like this one a little bit better than That Summer. The things that I like are the location. I like how it's a good getaway book. You kind of feel transported even when you're not able to. I do like the addressing of the safety concerns with drugs and alcohol. And I like just her finding herself. Some things that I don't like, there are just some, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything specifically that I don't like about it. It's just not my favorite. I don't particularly like, well, I can't say that. I guess, yeah, there's nothing that I really don't like. She does some good stuff with the characters. There are like some side character arcs that I was going to say I'm not a huge fan of, but it helps develop them. So in the end, as I was reading it, I wasn't too fond, but then at the end, when I saw how it all came together, I liked it. So mostly likes, not too many dislikes. It's just not my favorite. 7 out of 10, Sarah Dessen, The Rest of the Story. I hope you check that one out. Make sure you drop what you would like me to read and review in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. XOXO.